Hello, literature lovers. Today we are going to talk about The Bestseller by Sarojini Naidu, written by the prominent Indian poet and politician Sarojini Naidu. The Bengal Sellers is a poem exploring the life of Indian women, the Indian culture and traditions revolving around women. In most of her poems, Sarojini Naidu writes on the theme of Indian culture and people. Her poems are focused on Indian settings, and this poem makes no exception. In its Indianness, the poem resembles another poem of hers in the bazaars of Hyderabad. The poem revolves around bangles, which is an important ornament for embellishment of women in Indian society. In the poem, the bangle sellers are at the temple fair and they shout out to the people passing by to have a look at their bangles. They urge them to buy bangles for their daughters and wives. Talking about the language of the poem, the entire poem has a structure where each stanza focuses on a particular theme. The first stanza depicts the merchants taunting at the temple fair to attract the attention of people passing by. The consequent stanzas focus on bangles of various colors the sellers have for women of all different ages. The poem The Bangle Sellers has a simple rhyme scheme of AABBCC for each stanza. With mostly octosyllabic lines, the poem has no distinction meter, but one has an apprehension of the same due to the use of easy language and general fluidity of words. Use of clever similes has made it a beauty. The poem begins with the speakers introducing themselves as bangle sellers who sell their articles at the temple fair. They call out the people to buy their bangles. These hawkers describe these bangles as delicate, bright, rainbow-tinted circles of light. They advertise by questioning who will buy these bangles for their daughters and wives. It is important to note here that though the speakers of the poem are several, it appears as if there is a simple speaker. This is due to the fact that they all have the same purpose and are thus seen singularly as a class essence. Also, the bangles here are called lustrous token of radiant lives. It shows us the Indianness of the poem, which bangles are bought on special occasions and are associated with happiness and prosperity. The second stanza onwards, the speaker talks of the kinds of bangles they have. Some of these bangles are suited for the maidens, that is, a young unmarried woman's wrist. They are silver and blue in color like the mountain mist. Some of them are flushed. This is pink and light red in color like flower buds growing beside a woodland stream. Still others are green, glowing like the transparent beauty of a newborn leaves. In Satari, bangles have an important cultural and religious place. Different colored bangles are worn by women in different ages of life. Blue, green, silver are generally worn by young maidens. It is interesting to note that poet here uses the words flush like birds that dream. The word birds here is suggestive of chastity. Birds that dream present before us an image of young girls dreaming of marriage. In this stanza, the poet presents the stage of youth in a woman's life. In the third stanza, the bangle seller say the sum of their bangles are yellow like field of sunlight corn. Bangles of this color are perfect for a bride on her bridal morn. Some of the bangles they have are bright red. They represent the flame of a newly turned bride's marriage fire, that is the passion of a newly made relation. The red bangles also stand for her heart desire. The bangles are tingling, luminous, tender, and clear. They express both her joy of starting a new life with her husband and the sorrow of leaving her parents behind. What we find striking in the use of words, bridal laughter, and bridal tears. These words convey the whole of women's transition in life from a maiden to a wife and all the emotions attached with it in a single line. This stanza marks the transition of life from a maiden to a wife. The final stanza of the poem, The Bangle Sellers. The speaker continued to advertise their bangles. They shout that some of these bangles are purple and gold, flecked grey. They are suited for a middle-aged woman who has journeyed their life through life. They are for her who has raised her children well and has remained faithful to her husband and family. These bangles are, they say, perfect for she who has maintained her household with pride and worshipped the gods at her husband's side. In this stanza, the poet writes down what she perceives as the qualities of a good wife. Such a woman is truly deserving the purple and gold flecked grey bangles in her eyes. Here, we should pay attention to the word sons used to mean offspring. While it could be a happy coincidence, it could also suggest the ingrained attitude of male preference in the society of Sajni Naidu's time. The poem, The Bangle Sellers, is a celebration of the female life. It shows us the various stages of women's life and attempts to represent the Indian culture and the role of bangle sellers in the tradition setup. That's all for today. Thanks for listening.